What's up, YouTube? I'm G Infinite. Today's episode is on the Ant-Man and Wasp box set. This brings Lewis and, of course, Ghost, who has been affiliated with many groups such as the Thunderbolts. But today's double box set is on Lewis the Ex-Con and Ghost. All right, guys. So the first character in this double box set of Ant-Man and Wasp is Ghost. Ghost, being a very cool character, has the skill set of being a hacker, an inventor, and in, of course, Ant-Man, Ghost is a female. In the comic books, it's a male. So it's a little bit different this time around. Ghost, very, very cool, can phase through walls and actually steal data from major corporations affiliated with Thunderbolts and AIM. So this Ghost, really, really cool. Like how they did the head sculpt. If you're looking directly into the head sculpt, they gave it like the three eyes there that you're looking at. And very, very technical suit. This suit allows her to phase through different things, including like getting into like secure places. So it's pretty awesome the way they made the suit, like that they gave it almost like that off gray kind of color. And then, of course, there the mouth is very solid, and then comes with a really cool hoodie, and that's pretty neat. Like how they did the hoodie. And then if you get a closer look in the back there, very technical kind of suit. And a lot of like little patterns of like squares, and very, very, very neat. Very almost like an electronic futuristic kind of suit look. And it just looks really cool. A little bit of that Iron Man kind of cut, but at the same time, it is not Iron Man. This is Ghost, and she plays a major role in Ant-Man and Wasp. I mean, she's trying to figure out how to stop phasing through things and so forth. So that's the role that it played. Another thing is that Ghost was not a character or a villain to Ant-Man. Ghost first came out a villain to Iron Man. So a lot of people see Ghost in the Iron Man, and also if you watch the cartoons, the Armored Iron Man, you see Ghost there as well, trying to steal technology and so forth. So another thing about the suit, looking at the chest piece there, is that you can see kind of like those small like Iron Man patterns there, very, very similar. And then there on the side of the arm, you see kind of like those two blue dots there. I'm assuming that that's for like the suit to like actually like activate its full potential or so forth. So once those blue lights are on, that's how you know the suit is activated. Very, very cool, man. I like what they did with this. I like how they gave it a couple of those blue patterns. Even on the waist there, you notice a little bit more of those blue circular patterns. And then, of course, the suit has like a light gray, a very light gray, and then almost like a little bit darker gray on the rest of the suit, which is a cool character. I mean, one thing that I liked is the additional head sculpt that they gave it from the movie, because this box set is by Marvel Studios. So they gave the additional head sculpt that female look, like what they did with the hair there. They gave it kind of like that dark hair on top, and then that blondish hair like ash on the bottom. Very, very cool. And then, of course, they gave it the hoodie like off. So if you want to change the head sculpt, you could put the female head sculpt there, and then go ahead and put the hoodie first before you put the head sculpt. You'll put the hoodie and then the head sculpt. So it looks cool, and it looks like she's being unmasked. So very, very cool. Another thing that I like is that Ghost has come out before. Hasbro dropped a Ghost. That Ghost was done by the Thunderbolts. If you see over here, this Ghost over here, let me bring him closer. This Ghost over here is from the Thunderbolts. I did an episode on that, and that's what Ghost looks like in the comics mainly. So very, very cool look. That's a very transparent look to Ghost. That's more of like the Ghost look when he's like going through walls and so forth. So that's a neat look to Ghost. And then, of course, I decided I would do the Iron Man armored from the Armored Iron Man cartoons, I decided to go with the Ghost that they looks like that. So this is what Ghost looks like in the cartoons. Of course, this is my own custom made. This is not something that came out by Hasbro or Marvel Legends. I mean, if I were to drop a Ghost, I would make it look more similar to this Ghost than of course the other Ghost. But I just like the look that they gave him. I mean, they made him look really cool, and they made him look like that super villain, look, where he is actually a real deadly opponent to Iron Man. So really cool. Like what they did with this Ghost. However, of course, I would go more for a traditional comic book look to Ghost. However, this is a neat look to the newest Ghost that was done by Hasbro, and this is from the Marvel Studios box set, Ant-Man and Wasp. Alright guys, real quick, before I get into the ex-Con Lewis from the Ant-Man and Wasp double box set, real quick, Ghost and Lewis are a little bit difficult to stand. That's one thing that I definitely noticed right off the back. Trying to put them or pose them, it's a little bit more complicated than usual than other figures. But yeah, just want to let you guys know that. And of course, this is the ex-Con Lewis. I like the whole business aspect suit that they gave him. Of course, this is the Lewis that you see in Ant-Man and Wasp, and he's just a really funny guy. Definitely don't give him any truth serum, because he'll start telling you a life story. And really cool. Like what they did here, they did give him some accessories. Real quick, let me get into the accessories. This is kind of like the house that they shrunk, Hank Pym, and of course they're carrying it around. And then over here, that's the ant from Ant-Man and Wasp. You see the ant normally in the house of Ant-Man, and it's pretty big. So really nice touch to that, and I like what they did with it. And just a cool look, man. A cool look and a cool setup to that whole movie theme. Of course, getting into the character Lewis, very funny guy. And there you see he has kind of like that smirk on his face. He's always laughing and just making jokes and so forth. So like what they did with the head sculpt, made it look very movie-like. There you see like that slick back hair, and he looks like, of course, he's just always just joking around or having a good time. And then the suit, like what they did, of course, they gave him like that blue blazer there, and it looks really cool. And then, of course, they gave him almost like an aqua blue tie with a white shirt and some khakis. And then, of course, some black shoes there. And I mean, it just looks cool. And then, of course, there he has a small logo on the jacket, and it just looks really neat. I think that they did a great job. I'm happy that they broke out these Marvel Studio figures, because whenever you do a movie setup, you definitely want to have all the characters, and Lewis plays a major role in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. So like what they did with this character, and this is Lewis from the Ant-Man and Wasp, done by Marvel Studios, Hasbro. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Real quick, I just wanted to explain, if you're looking at these characters over here, this is Goliath from Marvel Universe. They dropped a 12-inch Goliath. You see him in the movie, and he's played by Lawrence Fishburne. So really cool. And then, of course, here you have Yellow Jacket and the new Ant-Man. So this is really cool. And then, of course, Wasp, that were all dropped by Marvel Legends. But yeah, please subscribe, hit that bell for the next notification, and definitely hit us with a like. I'm G Infinite. Peace out, YouTube.